Hello everyone, onlydraven here again. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. This week we're going to kind of cover what's gone over the last week, do a check-in. We're going to talk about approaching major goals right on the horizon, and kind of talk about just, I guess, fashion and physical changes and some of the physical effects I've been seeing recently due to the weight loss. So thank you again everyone who's been tuning in every week, everyone who's been liking and subscribing to my channel. I definitely appreciate that. All the likes on the video lets me know that you're enjoying it. Plus, of course, subscribing helps so you can see all my videos as they post. As we're approaching the holidays, I'm hoping to start posting a little bit more often, especially once January rolls around. I've got some other projects I've started working on. It's going to be a little bit before they start coming out, but I have some more things that you should start seeing here in the very near future. Other than that, it's been an overall good week. We'll cover all that in the weekly check-in. Video is going to be just a short check-in this week. But I'd like to again thank everybody who's been not only just following me here, but checking out my website, and also been checking out my Patreon. I've been seeing a lot of activity there as well. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in this week. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our weekly check-in and kind of talk about how the week went. So weekly check-in this week. Again, as always, a successful week. Actually had another really good week. I really expected to see a major slowdown in my weight loss by this point, but I'm actually seeing a bit better reaction than I had for a little while there. I lost 4 pounds again this week. Last week was 5. That's a lot in 2 weeks, especially at this stage. So losing that 4 pounds to this week, that drops me down 198 pounds right now. So I am currently sitting at 233. So 2 more pounds to hit the 200-pound lost mark, which I really think I have the potential to do within the next week. Now, that being said, disclaimer, this next week does contain Thanksgiving. And a lot of folks, family and friends and such, have asked me how Thanksgiving, if I think that'll really affect me too much, and I really don't, because Thanksgiving, fortunately, is just one day specifically. But even though it's Thanksgiving, I still can't eat more food than I can any other day. I mean, my stomach is only able to hold a certain amount of food. And really, at this point, I'm able to eat less than a meal than I really thought I should by now. By this point, I was hearing I should eat 6 ounces minimum, or more importantly, 6 ounces of protein, and then the sides. I struggle to get 6 ounces of food in. Unless I really slow down and pace myself out, give myself time between bites, it's hard for me to do that. I mean, I feel full. I'm not hungry. You know, I don't feel weak. I'm not tired. With all my numbers, I'm still meeting all my goals, but I'm just not really getting in quite the amount of food that I thought, or that I was told I'd be able to eat by this point, which again isn't a major problem. But like I said, I'm having very good weight loss at this point, and I do get a little bit concerned. I honestly did not think I would have lost this much weight this quickly. I mean, I knew the surgery was going to be successful and that I was going to have a lot of great reaction from it, but I kind of thought that it would take a longer period of time to lose as much weight as I've lost. And now, as I'm right at the cusp of losing 200 pounds, really in 11 months, today's the 17th, so in 2 more days, it's been 11 months. So I mean, I'm right on the cusp of that. 200 pounds in 11 months is a lot. And the first 3 months were pre-op. I mean, the surgery I only had 8 months ago. A little less than 8 months ago. So I do have a little concern about when I finally reach the goal, stopping the weight loss. That's something that I'm starting to be a little bit more conscious of. I mean, I've talked about it before, but it's kind of sitting in the back of my brain a lot lately. It's like, wow, I'm really getting there quickly. I'm really doing well. I'm following all the goals. What happens when I get there? When I hit that final end weight, I definitely am going to need to stop at some point losing weight. I don't want to fade away into nothingness. So I'm definitely going to work with my nutritionists and my medical team, of course, when I reach that point. But it is something that I'm very consciously aware of at this point. But that being said, 200 fucking pounds. I am 2 pounds away from losing 200 pounds. That is horrendous. That is a lot of weight. That is more than a lot of people. That is technically more than I'm supposed to weigh for my height. For my height, I believe I'm supposed to weigh 178 pounds. My goal weight in the end of this is 190 pounds. So my goal is to weigh less than the amount of weight I've already lost from my physical body. That's a lot. I've removed a full person from me physically at this point. And I can tell, physically, I'm able to walk around. I don't get tired like I used to. I can move around, bending, and so on and so forth. I'm much more agile than I used to be. It's much easier for me to, simple things. It used to be a struggle to tie my shoes, just getting dressed in the morning would wear me out, Now I'm zipping around the house like it's not an issue at all, because it's not. I used to walk around on my lunch break when I first started this, and I'd be lucky if I get 1 or 2 laps in. Now I can do 3, 4, 5 laps in half of my lunch break. So I without being winded, like I could keep going, I just run on a lunch break, So that being said, it feels really good to be able to do that. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're going to kind of talk about some physical changes this week. I'm just going to do this all as one segment this week. I'm not going to kind of break it up, but physical changes, I'm definitely seeing physically a difference. I'm at the point I mentioned last week I can wear size 40 pants comfortably standing up. They're a little too snug sitting down. That was a week and a half ago I tried those on. I don't think it's going to be much more before I can wear those comfortably. I bought a much smaller belt, my clothing, and so I retired all of my 3X t-shirts this week. I'm just straight up wearing 2Xs at this point. I own a 1X shirt, and I put it on, and I could wear it. It was snug, uncomfortably so. My stomach wasn't hanging out the bottom. I could have probably wore it, but it was very form-fitting, and I do not have an attractive form at this point. So I'm not wearing 1Xs, but they're right around the corner. That's definitely something I'm aware of. Now, my body in general. When I look in the mirror, I still see the same basic shape. I know I've lost a lot of weight in my shoulders and such. I still got some man titties going on, and I still have the belly. I still have what I see now. The belly is smaller, but the overall shape of it is still the same. I still have the belly. I notice it, like when I look in a mirror, if the bottom of my shirt hangs out away from my pants, then I know that it's coming off my belly and hanging down. It's still my belly protruding. It does not protrude anywhere near like it used to, but it's still there, So I still see that as something I have to lose. At this point, I will say that I am seeing a lot more of the excess skin. I was warned about that early. I know a lot of folks will have surgeries down the road to remove that. My goal is to try to not have to go through that. A, cost, B, discomfort and pain. It's incredibly painful, a lot to deal with, and it's also very expensive. And in many situations, considered an elective surgery, so a lot of medical doesn't cover that. So my goal is to try to not do any of that at all, to try to continue working out and do anything naturally I can to try to maintain that. But I am seeing more of the excess skin at this point. So it's become noticeable in some areas. Not when I'm dressed. When I'm naked in front of the mirror, and there's not many people in the world that's going to see that. But when I'm dressed, you can't see it, other than sometimes you might see a little bit on the bottom of my arms. But I don't really have any in my face and such. But I definitely have some in my stomach, especially my lower stomach and abdomen, and on the inside of my thighs. And then just again on the bottom of my arms. Those are the most notable locations of excess skin. And I may at some point even show some photos of some of that on my my monthly progress photos I post on my website. You can see some of that, especially when I turn sideways. You can see what looks like still got belly hanging down. That's actually mostly skin at this point. There's still some fat in there to lose, but a lot of it's just skin. So I am conscious of that as well. And so when I wear things like a tighter shirt, I'm especially with the lines of what would be my man boobs. I'm definitely a little more self-conscious of that. I want to get a tattoo on my chest eventually, but I need to do more to kind of tone this up before I do that. But again, still losing weight, feeling better. I'm not unhappy with that. That's a known side effect of walking into this. So it's definitely something that I knew to expect and I saw in little degrees, but as I'm getting smaller overall, I am seeing more of it. So definitely, being honest, something to watch out for yourselves. Now, another thing, of course, is just overall physical. A lot of people see me and they're like, oh, I barely recognize you. You look completely different. And I see me every day, so it's hard to see that. But when I go back and look at old photos, it's definitely noticeable at those times. I have always, I mean, for a very long time had a beard. Not always, obviously I couldn't grow a beard when I was a kid, but since I've been able to grow a beard, I've always had some form of a beard. Kept it very short. Sometimes I just had a thinner line here, but I've always had something. This grew very early when I was as an older teenager. I got this very quickly. Mustache in this section here really didn't start growing into my late 20s, early 30s. Did that start actually getting thicker at all? But I don't really go clean shaven much as an adult. I'd usually buzz it down pretty short back when I worked in factories. So we get 2 weeks off for Christmas, so I'd kind of shave it all down for the holidays and just kind of give my skin a rest. But I haven't done that much in a very long time. So what I have decided to do is I'm going to shave off the majority of the beard. I'm not going to do it today, obviously. You can see the beard. But someone had recommended that on Reddit. On one of my posts, my videos on Reddit, they recommended doing a before and after shaving video, and I'm definitely going to do something like that. I'm probably not going to shave it all off. I think I'm probably just going to go goatee first, like a small one, because I've never liked the way I looked without facial hair. But at the same time, I don't know how I look without facial hair now that my face is a much thinner shape and sculpting than it used to. I used to have no jaw. I had multiple chins, but no jaw. You know, no jawline. I mean, there was a jaw. Clearly, I could eat. Clearly, I could eat. But I did not have a definitive jawline. And I have a little bit more of that now. I still think I probably got some pudge that'll show up more when I shave it. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot, thin it out, and just go to kind of like a, what do you think? Basic goatee? Something like that? Anyway, so by next video, you'll probably see that. There's not much I can do with my hair at this point. I had very long hair for a period of time. In fact, about a year ago, I had incredibly long hair. I have some pictures of that. I'll post one. Here. This was a couple of pictures. I'll switch a couple of them out here. This is pictures of me with long hair and a long beard before I shaved it all off and cut my hair for a new job. When I got my current job, I cut it all off for the interview. But at my old job, I had a very long hair and beard again, as seen in the photos above. So I don't think I'm going to grow my hair back out again. I just feel a little too old to do that now. I really feel too old to mess with different colors in my hair. It doesn't interest me that much. So there's not much I can do with my hair other than if I do start to do some of the cosplaying like I'd like to. In that point, I mean, I'll change hair colors based on the need. But facial hair is something I can mess around with a little bit just to try to do something different, which I have not done in a long time. So next video, I will look a little bit different. Probably less attractive. I mean, I'm pretty delicious now, but a little bit less attractive. But as everyone has commonly mentioned, if I don't like it, I can always grow it back out. So we'll see how that turns out. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sum things up for the week. Overall, it was a good week. I'm feeling very good, feeling very healthy, got a lot of energy. Had a great, successful week with 4 pounds down, putting me at the 198 pounds, 2 to go. So next week, hopefully, will be a big 200-pound announcement video. Possibly. The video does come out the day after Thanksgiving, so we'll take that with a grain of salt, see how that affects. But I'm excited to share that announcement with you guys. I'm hoping to hit that here in the next week or so. And if not, I'll definitely have it the week after. But at the rate I'm going, I would not be surprised to see that this week. So thank you, everyone who's been following along with me on this adventure and helping me get to this. You watching and liking my videos and subscribing and your comments really is a driving force for me in this entire procedure. You know, you are my biggest support group. You know, I don't want to let you down. I want to let myself down. I don't want to let my family down. But I really don't want to let you guys down. When I make these videos, I want to come in here every week with good news. I want to say, hey, I lost this much. Hey, I want to help motivate you to maybe take this step, or help you if you're on this adventure as well and struggling. You know, I want to show you that there is, you know, success there. And so that helps keep me on the correct path, keeps me following the rules, not cheating on the diet, working out. You know, now I'm feeling better, I'm back working out again. You help motivate me to have so much success. So thank you so much for your support. I really don't think I'd have been anywhere near as successful as I am without all of you watching along with me. So I really do appreciate that. So stay tuned next week. Hopefully, big announcement video hitting a big number. But other than that, I do hope everybody has a happy holiday season, a great Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. If you're somewhere else that doesn't have a Thanksgiving or already had a Thanksgiving, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you know what Thanksgiving is. If you don't, I hope you just have a great meal on Thursday, even if it's just spaghetti. Enjoy your week, and we will see you next week. You have a good one.